Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time of seeing this beautiful face, my name is Precious. On this channel, I actually help you understand that family relationship is a work in progress. I'm making a special video on relocating to the UK because this is an opportunity for people who are trying to move to the UK to actually move to the UK. And I want to say thank you to a lot of people who have been messaging me to say thank you to my relocation videos. And I also want to say congratulations to people who have gotten their stay or have gotten visa to come to the UK. Now I want to talk about something very important. If you know me, you will know that I'm someone who loves to talk about pregnancy, trying to get pregnant, trying to conceive, and all of that kind of thing. I want to talk about if you're thinking of coming to the UK or you're thinking of getting pregnant when you come to the UK, now you need to watch this video from the beginning to the end. If you're planning to come to the UK and one of the plans you have when you get to the UK is to get pregnant, there are things that you need to do. There are things that you need to know about. There are things that you need to be aware of before you actually get pregnant. So without further ado, let's get talking. So if you're coming to the UK or you've gotten your visa to come to the UK, I want to just say a massive congratulations to you, because a lot of people want to travel, a lot of people want to go to one country or the other. I always say United Kingdom is one of the best country in the whole wide world, if not for anything, for the NHS, right? If you think I'm lying, go to the US and get some insurance fee or insurance quotes. If you think I'm lying, go to Canada and get some quotes for insurance, and you will know how amazing, how fantastic the UK is in terms of healthcare. If there's anything I like about this country, is their healthcare system. It is fantastic, and I'm so grateful to God for that. So congratulations. Now, if you're planning to get pregnant while you're in the UK, there are certain things you need to bear in mind. There are certain things you need to do. One of the first things that you need to do as soon as possible is to register with your GP. I think I'm going to make an extensive video of the things you need to do as soon as you come to the UK. I'm going to make a reviewed video because I know I've made a video about it before. So I'm going to review it and make another video. You need to register with the GP. Now, registering with your GP is you have to register with a GP that is very close to you. So they have like a proximity of GPs around your area. Then obviously you have to decide which one you need to pick. Bear in mind that you need to read review about your GP practice. You don't just, you know what, there's a GP around my corner, I need to register with that one because that one is close to my house. No, you need to read review. You need to know what other people who registered there or who are registered there are talking about that place before you go there, because one thing you want is the best care. As much as UK has one of the best care system in the world, there are still some doctors that are just going to be there, and you know, in every good place there are some bad seed that are going to be there. So bear that in mind, that you need to read review. You need to make sure that the GP practice you're going to has the things that you want, that they have. In fact, obviously they're going to have a lot of facility, a lot of services that you would need anyway, but just make sure that they are good and the reviews are telling you what you need to see. If the reviews are telling you what you don't want to see, you may want to look for other GPs around you. Nobody says that you have to use the GP just by your next door, just by the corner. If it's not okay for you, just go to a place where you get good service, which is very, very important. So register with the GP as soon as you can, as soon as possible. It is very, very important. Don't wait until you find out that you're pregnant. Don't wait until somebody is unwell. That's when you now go to A&E, now start doing one thing or the other. Register with the GP as soon as, in fact, as you're coming to the UK today, you're registering with the GP tomorrow. So while you're even in Nigeria or while you're in any part of the country you are, start looking at the GPs around the place you're going to, so that you will know what the GP you're going to register with. Either if you have the location that you're going to in mind, or the village or the city that you're going into in mind. Now, another thing is that if you're trying to get pregnant, or if you're going to get pregnant when you come to the UK, you need to get a job first. I am going to explain this to you. A lot of people that came during the time I came, so if you don't know, I've been in the UK for some time now. Most of the people that came about that time, because I think what happened then was a lot of men came back to Nigeria to get married and they brought their wives. So when we all came, most people did not have that idea of get a job first before you get pregnant, because getting pregnant is going to, one way or the other, affect your chances of having a job, whether we like it or not. There is that discrimination in a job place when it comes to pregnancy. And think about it, if you're an employer, would you go and employ somebody that is going to go on maternity in the next 3, 4, 5 months? No, you're not going to do that. So you want to get a job first, and at least make sure you've worked for a couple of months. So before you go on maternity leave, actually you need to have at least worked for 26 weeks minimum in that place of work before you can be entitled to maternity leave. The reason I am saying get a job first is so that when you have a baby, you're going to be paid. You're going to be on maternity leave, okay? Because if you don't get a job and you get pregnant as soon as you arrive to the UK, you're pregnant the same month, you don't have anything that you're going to be doing. So that makes you, when you're on maternity, you always, oh God, I think I need to get, you become a bit, you might struggle financially. So if you want to get paid while you're on maternity, get a job first. There's nothing wrong get a job 2 months you get pregnant. There's nothing wrong getting a job 3 months you get pregnant. But just try as much as you can. And even if, let's say, you get a job while you're trying, you can get a job and get pregnant at the same time. That's still fine. But if your employer knows that you are pregnant, sis, they will not employ you. It takes an employer with a big heart, an open mind, that would employ you. But majority of the employers will likely not to employ you because they know you're going to be leaving in a couple of months. Okay, so they don't want that gap, and they now start looking for who to employ again, and who to fill in that gap. Get a job first if you want to get pregnant when you come to the UK. No matter how tiny the job is, no matter how little the job is, no matter how irrelevant the job is, provided that they are paying you, and on that job you're entitled to statutory maternity pay. That's what matters. One of the things that is super important, I will say that you should not underestimate if you're going to get pregnant, is timing your pregnancy, knowing when you're going to get pregnant, because that is going to affect your child care. This one, I am going to talk about it and explain it as much so that people will be able to understand. If you're planning to get pregnant when you come to the UK, you need to bear in mind that the time you get pregnant is likely going to affect child care. Okay, so now let me explain it to you. School starts September every year, right? September every year. But nursery can start maybe April, January, depending on the term. Okay, but school, when I mean school, primary school starts September every year. Now, if you go and have your baby 1st of September, that baby is going to wait till the next September before that baby goes to school. If that baby is born 31st of August, that baby will go to school. That's the next September, as in the September next to that August. So if your baby is born, let's say August, let's say if your baby is born January, right? What that means is that September, your baby is going to go to school. Your baby is born February, September, your baby will go. If your baby is born October, your baby is going to wait till the next September. If your baby is born September, your baby is going to wait till next September. So your baby is likely going to wait for 1 full year before your baby starts primary school. What that means is that you have an extra 1 year of paying for child care. It's very important. Anybody who lives in the UK that is a parent understands what I am saying. Your baby, you're going to have an extra year of child care to pay for. So you have to time your pregnancy very well. Time it in such a way that you can have your baby maybe in July, and you can get the baby will go to school September. You can have your baby in August, and you can have your baby maybe, let's say, from January, February, March, April, or even October, November, so that your baby can go to school the next year. But know that you're going to pay an extra cash. So time very well. If you don't understand these points, please let me know. Let me say it again. If you have your baby in September, your baby is going to stay an extra 1 year. So your baby is going to wait until the next September before your baby starts primary school. So what that means is that you have 1 year extra to pay for childcare before your baby starts normal school. I hope I've explained it. If you don't understand, let me know in the comment section. Another thing you need to bear in mind as well is that based on this age, you need to decide what you want. Do you want your child to be one of the oldest in school? Because the UK, children go to school based on their age. Children don't go to school based on, oh, your baby is 3 years and 11 months. So in 1 month time, your baby will be 4. So your baby can start school. No. Your baby is 4 on the day that your baby was born. 4. There's no 3.5. There's no 4.5. There's no 5.5 years. There's 4. There's 5. There's 6. So you need to decide what you want to do. Now, what I'm trying to explain now is that if your baby is born in September, because I said your baby is going to go to school the next September, what that means is that your child is going to be one of the oldest in their class. If you have your baby in July, and because you had your baby in July, your baby is going to be starting school in September. July, the next month, September, when your baby turns 4, your baby is going to be the youngest in her class or in his class. So what that means is that in a class, you will have people that are almost 1 year older than your child. You have people that are 8 months older than your child. You have people that are 10 months older than your child. You have people that are 11 months older than your child. You have people that are a lot more older than your child. But because all of them are categorized as 4 years or 5 years, they will all be in the same class. Now, do you want your child to be the youngest in the class, or do you want your child to have that advantage of being the oldest? Because obviously, the older your child, right? Although people say it doesn't really matter, but I think that if your child is one of the babies in the class, when they are going to be writing SAT, they will not say, oh, this SAT, this boy is very young, let us set the SAT question to a different question that will suit. It's a lie. Everybody is writing the same SAT. So to give your child an advantage, why not have your child in the time that your child will be a lot more older? Now, this is a give and take. It's either you decide to pay the extra child care and have your child that is older in that class to give your child that advantage, or you decide to have your child close to when your child is going to go to school and your child will be the youngest. So you have to decide what you want, child care or older child in your class. So for example, in my son's class, my son was born in April, so he had to go to school in September, right? He has people born in October the previous year. So he was born 2011, April. He has people in his class that are born 2010, October 2010, September 2010, November in his class, even if he was born 2011. So I hope this explains it. So you have to decide if you want your child to be one of the youngest in his class, or you want your child to be one of the oldest in his class to give him advantage as per someone who is older. A child who is older is likely going to be more mature. So based on the fact that they categorize all of them in the same cycle, you want to give your child the advantage of making sure that he or she is a lot older in their class, giving them advantage. Or whatever you want to do, you can decide. At the end of the day, it's your decision to make. You can decide to have your child after September. You can decide to have your child just before September so that your child can go to school early. You don't have to pay the child care cost that comes with having your child after September. I hope this explains a lot of things to you. Another thing as well, when you want to get pregnant in the UK, is you need to disclose your medical history. You need to disclose your past. I have seen a lot of people in this country that on their birth certificate it says they are 29 years old, but you and I know they are 40. There are people who on their birth certificate it says they are 30 years old, you and I know they are 35. Disclose your be honest with yourself, because at the end of the day, for example, when you come to the UK, now I'm also going to be making some benefits that you're going to be getting when you come to the UK, benefits you can get in the NHS. When you come to the UK, one of the things you're going to get is, if you're up to 25, you're going to get a letter for smear pap test, right? To check for cervical cancer or to check for abnormal cells in your cervix. Now, if you say that you're 24 when you're already 30, they should have sent you that letter so that they will check you. But because on your birth certificate you're 23. They will not invite you. Do yourself a favor to be open and honest to your doctor, to your medical professional or practitioner. Tell them about your past, your medical history. Tell them what has happened in the past with you. Tell them everything that you need to tell them. Stop hiding your medical stuff for your doctor. See, if there's anybody you need to open up to are your doctors. They see a lot of people, they don't even remember you. So if you're keeping secrets for somebody who is actually going to help you, I don't see how that is going to pay in any way. So if you're going to be getting pregnant in the UK, come here by the grace of God, register with the GP, plan your pregnancy, time your pregnancy, do the things that you need to do, and also disclose your medical history to your doctor. Disclose your medical, because if you get pregnant, the kind of questions they ask you when you're pregnant, they will ask you if you have diabetes in your family, if you have any medical condition in your family, and because of that, they will invite you for either glucose tolerance test, they may invite you for Down syndrome test, they will invite you for a lot of things based on your family history. If you go and start telling them, oh no, we don't have that in our family, oh no, we don't have that in our family, if there's any way they're going to help you, they will not be able to help you, because it's based on your history that they are going to help you. This is very, very important, and I just want women to do this. Do it because you're doing it for you. Do it because you're doing it for you. You're not doing it for anybody. You're doing it for you. At the end of the day, you're the one who's going to be pregnant. You're the one who's going to carry this pregnancy. You don't want anything to happen to you. I don't want anything to happen to you. That's how much I love you. I don't want anything to happen to you. Please disclose to your doctor. If you have any question based on what I have just shared, please let me know in the comment section. I would be glad to answer your question. But for now, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor. Press the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. If you have been watching my video, you haven't subscribed, one of these days I will cry for you people. I'll cry. I know you don't want me to cry. So subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Be grateful, be positive, and be yourself. See you on my next video. Bye for now. Bye.